So the working from home continues, as does the studying from home. If you're doing projects in college or you're in your Leaving Cert year, whatever stage you're at, we're all working from home and studying from home as best we can. And I want to continue to give you suggestions, tips on how to continue to look after your posture, your spine, and not come to the end of the week with stiffness or aches. And yeah, be comfortable in your work day or your study time. So today I want to put a little bit of focus on the chair that you're using. And a lot of us are working from the kitchen table using a kitchen chair, which is not so ideal, but we'll still try and, come somewhere in the middle that we're comfortable. So I want to introduce you to the balance cushion. You've probably seen one of these before. Maybe there's one even in your attic knocking around gathering dust, but they are a useful little thing to have in the house. And you can use them on an office chair. Absolutely, it will add more benefit on the office chair. But I want to focus on, the kitchen chair is that little bit more unforgiving, and some of the chairs around the house that you might be using are less than ideal. So what we can do to bring a little bit more comfort to your day. So these guys, we have to kind of refer to them as like active sitting, because there's air in them. You need to balance yourself a little bit more. They're definitely going to be a lot more forgiving than the hard kitchen chair surface. That's going to be harder on you. And as you already know, I'm sure, sitting is harder on your back and pelvis than standing. So I'm always going to be promoting lots of movement breaks. Get up out of the chair, move around, take whatever kind of break you can, but you still have to get your work done and sit at your PC or laptop. So little things like this can make it a bit more comfortable. Now, when you're using them, you still have to have correct posture. You still have to sit on them properly. Your bum goes right in the middle. You're not sitting to the front or the back. And you still have to have your hips at 90 degrees angle, your knees at a 90-degree angle, and your feet on the floor. So when you sit into it, your posture doesn't go out the door. You still have to sit on them correctly. And I find generally when people use them, they become more aware of their posture when they're sitting on them. And I personally also find when I'm using this that I actually move more. I get out of the chair more often than I normally would, which is obviously going to be a benefit. You need to be getting up, even if it's for 30 seconds, you stand up out of your chair. It's great. So they're a handy little thing to have. They're definitely budget friendly. You'll pick them up. I mean, I picked this one up in TK Maxx. You'll see them in the most random of places, and obviously you can get them online as well. So they're a nice little thing to have at home. And I would particularly say to those of you that are on the less than ideal chair, using a less than ideal chair, to use little things like this. Of course, you can pop cushions down and blankets, but the cushions are going to sink over the course of the day. This guy has air in it, so it's not going to sink down as much, and you're going to have that little bit of more dynamic movement over your day, and it's definitely less forgiving, or more forgiving should I say, than the hard kitchen chair. So yeah, it's a little extra tip for you over the course of your work day or your study time to add in. Okay guys, I hope you found that useful, and if you've any feedback on these, if you love them or hate them, or if you've used them before, let me know. Okay, take care. And I'm also going to put into the text with this one a little blog that I've written previously on ergonomics, and there's a bit about chairs and how to get the correct angles and what's the best kind of thing. Okay guys, take care, have a lovely evening.